Go ahead, Mr. Leader, and then we'll have...
Well, good morning. As a small farmer and wine grape grower, I know firsthand how arduous it is to generate a profit, even a small profit. Your initiative to remove ag clustering only benefits smart growth proponents. It does nothing to help the benefits of the farmer. Your proposal only takes away property rights. It's big brother and big government at best. Vote it down. Thank you.
Edward Beek of Atascadero.
Yes, Mr. B.
The United Nations Agenda 21 is a direct assault upon the property rights of every American. It is designed to end American sovereignty. Using false data under the guise of environmental movement to save the planet, regulations and laws are being passed, bringing us closer and closer to that end. This process has been engineered through the United Nations in its quest to destroy the American way of life and enact its one world government. Terms such as sustainable development, social equity, smart growth, and wildlife corridor are taken directly from the publications of the UN Agenda 21. In fact, I heard those terms echoed by one of the supervisors here today. Many of the rules and regulations you are enacting and passing were proposed and written by arms of the UN, such as ICLEI. ICLEI stands for International Council for Local Environmental Initiatives. However, ICLEI has now referred to its term as in a different term, making it warm and fuzzy so it sounds good. It's now considered to be called Local Governments for Sustainability. It's an effort to hide its origin. Many elected and appointed staff members deny or fail to acknowledge the existence of Agenda 21 and its true goal. However, if they and you become informed, you will see that you are being used. It is your duty to defend our Constitution and our way of life. It is your duty to help preserve freedom and our property rights. Please recognize this threat by openly acknowledging the existence of Agenda 21 and its objectives. And I also want to add one little thing. I'm surprised to see 5 members on the board here, because it seems like in the past, the board voted to get rid of someone that had misdeeds within the supervisor-employee relationship. And so I expect the supervisors to get involved with that very quickly and come to a resolution and chastise that person.
Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman Patterson and members of the board. I'm pleased to have the opportunity to speak today. I was able to get a vacation day, and so here I am. I also want to commend the board for the discussion to put this on the back burners where it can likely burn in closed session. And given the opportunity to vote on this today, I certainly am here to hope for a no vote on this ordinance. I see it more of a taking, not in just property rights, but I believe it's more about water. And I think the fiscal cliff that's we're talking about in the news and the media, I'm afraid that if this were to pass, that it would put a great burden on the finances of this county through all the litigation and issues that people present. Thank you.
I'm John Texera from Paso Robles, California, and I agree with that last gentleman in regards to his comment about those men from Normandy. That's what this country was founded on, and we need to remember that. The far-reaching effects of the Ag Cluster Ordinance, including effects upon future land use and values, mandate that each and every property owner affected by this ordinance receive an individual notice at their current residence via the U.S. postal system. An open and transparent system of government, which is what we're always talking about, mandates this method of notification be implemented. The idea that a notice posted on the back pages of an out-of-date newspaper, such as the Tribune, a newspaper with limited circulation, and serves as proper notice for an issue which affects the future property rights of all agricultural property in San Luis Obispo County is unacceptable, if not criminal in intent. President George Washington said, "Private property and freedom are inseparable." John Adams said, "Property must be secured or liberty cannot exist." In America, our freedom and liberty are tied to individual property rights. The purpose of government is to protect the natural or inalienable rights of each individual.
Joyce Albright of Los Osos. I am encouraged and overwhelmed by the comments of the audience regarding the Ag Cluster Ordinance Amendment and support voting it down today. Understanding the scope of your responsibilities and your efforts on behalf of your constituents, I thank you for listening and fulfilling your legal obligations to the property owners of this county. Your direction regarding controlling our property rights through the smart growth policy, which is not smart growth, needs to cease. Please move on to bringing jobs to San Luis Obispo County. That's more important. Thank you.
I'm wondering why we haven't asked who is here to speak, if we could just allow you to do a straw man vote so we actually believe that the continuance is going to be voted in an affirmative, so that we could allow people who came here today to either have you vote no on it or continue it into next year. And that way maybe we could conclude what we're doing if those out there were polled and allowed to make that known to you, so that because what has happened here is that we've had a very change in agenda, and I do understand that that's impacting many others. So possibly that would be something you could consider. Thank you.
Thank you. It's Lene Bloomfield. And I'd just like to say that I appreciate that you are going to continue this later. I would rather you not do it at all. I really feel like this is an assault on our property rights, and you know, we some of us don't have very much money, and we save our money to buy property, and then we won't, you know, then you want to control everything that we do on our property. It just isn't right. Thank you.